Mike Pachelli here. Thanks for tuning in. For this lesson, I'll be talking about the Beatles recording of Kansas City / Hey, 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 Hey that they did in October of 1964. The song was written by Jerry Leiber and Mike Stoller back in 1952, and those two guys are probably the most well-known songwriting team of pop songs. Paul McCartney found Little Richard's version of it in 1959, and the Beatles copied it and included the Hey, Hey, Hey part. And about the song, Paul has said, "The little screamy voice, that's something I just loved. I loved his records, and I wanted to do that. So that gave me a sort of feature thing within the Beatles, because John couldn't do that. And I remember him saying to me, 'How do you do that? How do you do that?' I said, 'I don't know. I feel like it just comes out of the top of my head.' And he was like, 'Oh, wow.' And then we had a session once where we were the early days, and I'm about to do Kansas City. So I'm on the mic and I'm going, Kansas City, cough. And I'm not making it. I'm not getting it at all. So John comes down and he says, 'Remember, it comes out of the top of your head.' I said, 'Okay, Kansas City.' And that's the take you hear." Granada TV filmed a live version of the Beatles doing it at the Cavern Club in 1962, and the audio was also recorded at the Star Club in Hamburg in 1962. And then in 1963, the Beatles performed the song a number of times on various radio shows. October 18th, they're at Studio 2 EMI with the musical lineup consisting of John Lennon on his Rickenbacker 325, George Harrison playing his Gretsch Tennessean, Paul McCartney on bass, and Ringo on drums. The Beatles only recorded 2 takes of the song, and take 1 was deemed the best, and it's reported they played and sang live, but if you listen to the song on the background vocals, you could clearly hear 3-part harmony. So either they overdubbed the background vocals, or Paul went in and just sang the high part onto the background vocals. They also overdubbed hand claps at the end of the song, and George Martin attempted to play a piano part, a difficult triplet part, and he's really out of time during the whole thing. The whole song was done in a half an hour because the Beatles knew it so well, having played it so many times in their early live performances. And it was mixed on October 26th, and luckily they buried that out-of-time piano. Fun facts to know and tell. They added it as a one-time addition to their live show when they played Kansas City on September 17th, which, by the way, was the largest fee paid for a rock performance back then. They got $150,000 for that show, which is the equivalent of $1.5 million today. They played it live on Shindig for American TV in October of '64, and in Britain on Ready, Steady, Go, they lip-synced it. The song was released in Britain on the Beatles for Sale album on December 4th, 1964, and in America on June 14th, 1965 on the Beatles' 6th album. So that's the backstory. Let's get started. John Lennon is playing his Rickenbacker 325 on the song. I've got mine going through a Universal Audio aux to simulate a early AC-30. So what you have to first and foremost pay attention to is all this rhythm is based on triplets. Triplets are, 1 ta-ta, 2 ta-ta, 3 ta-ta. And when you're playing the rhythm, you play the first and the third note of the triplet. 1 ta, 2 ta, 3 ta, 4, like that. So it's not 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. It's 1 ta, 2 ta, 3 ta, 4. And as I go along, you'll see more what I mean. To play the intro, you'll need a G bar, a C9, and then a C chord up to a D, and he makes it like a C6. D6. Play it for it, it'd be easier. So 1, 2, 3, ba-doo-doo. And that's how the intro goes. Now in the verses, it's kind of the Chuck Berry rock and roll thing where you play root fifth and rock it, right? But sometimes he plays it straight, and other times he kind of bounces that note. So on the bounce parts, you have that low G, but then on the A string it's like. See that? So you got bounce like that. So the first two measures are very straight. He plays. Then he bounces. Then rock a C7 up to the G string. And then back straight. Then that same kind of rocking up to the G string on the D and the C. And then straight. So that's the intro and verse. And verse 2 is very similar. Charts and tabs will make it perfectly clear. But let me play that in time. Play the intro and verse 1. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you. Now on the solo, he just goes through the, this is a 12-bar blues basically. He goes through the 1, 4, 5 and just rocks on the first 8 measures for the most part. So it's like this. During a solo, he'll play. And then that starts the hey, hey, hey part. Now in the hey, hey part, there's so many different variances. I don't know how much will be boring if I talk too much about it. But on the first part of the hey, hey, again, he's playing. You can tell he's playing up to that the G string because you can hear the B note when he rocks on the first 4 measures. So it's like. Same thing on the C up to the G string. You'll hear back down to the G. Same thing on the D7. Second time to hey, hey, hey. And he plays the same way there until he gets to measure, 9. On measure 9, and again, I don't want to go through every bit of it because it'll be boring as all to be. But on measure 9, he does something different on the C chord, and on the D, I should say the D. I guess it's 7th chord to the C, where he plays like just accents 1, and he goes like back to, and then a regular D7 in triplets. Right? Then the next hey, 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 he starts off doing that same kind of thing on the first 2 measures where he's accenting, one where he's going. Then he goes just back to 5ths. Then he bounces on the C. And he bounces on the G. Got to turn the page. And just a little difference on this G where he goes and a different feel on the D7 1. And on the way out, it's pretty much a hard 1. You get it. Again, charts and tabs at MikePachelli.com will make it much more clear than I can play it or say it. But that's the basis of John's part on Kansas City / Hey, 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 Hey. George is playing his Gretsch Tennessean on Kansas City, Hey, 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 Hey. This is a Gretsch country classic, and I'm still going through the Universal Audio aux with a different AC30 sound. So to play the intro, it's these chords. It's this G chord to this C7 and the walk up to the D. And George has a little pickup note. So he plays 1, 2, 3. Just like that. And then, again, it's 12-bar blues, and again, keeping the triplet feel. He plays, a little blues kind of a line, very typical line that goes like this. Very slow, you see that? And he does that on every chord, on the G and the C and the D. So, verse 1 sounds like... All right. Now in verse 2, he just bounces on the first beat. He plays a triplet. He goes like 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're just playing like 3, 4. Okay, and then it's time for the solo. Here's the solo. I'll play it nice and slow for you. 3, 4. And let's see, let's do it up to speed. 2, 3, 4. So after the solo comes the hey, hey, hey part. And George bounces on the first measure, and then he starts bouncing quite a lot on the 8th measure. I'll just play it for you. Sounds like this. 3, 4. Now he almost makes the chords like minor, and he plays this. He goes. Okay, and then back to, the regular blues thing, and one mistake on the 4th measure. So first he goes. And when he gets up to the C, he plays. So again, from the C. And then the fade out. Well, I put it together in a sound alike, and I'm using a real 1964 AC30, so the sound is a lot closer. But you can see how both guitar parts fit together, so please have a look at this. Kansas City, gonna get my baby back home. Yeah, yeah. I'm going to Kansas City, gonna get my baby back home. Yeah, yeah. Well, it's a long, long time since my baby's been gone. Oh, Kansas City, gonna get my baby one time. Yeah, yeah. I'm going to Kansas City, gonna get my baby one time. Yeah, yeah. Well, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Woo! Hey, 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 baby, now, girl, oh yeah, I'll see you now, now, tell me, baby, what's been wrong with you? Hey, 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 now, baby, oh, now, girl, oh yeah, I'll see you now, now, tell me, baby, what's been wrong with you? I say bye, 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 so long, bye, bye, baby, I'm gone. I said bye, bye, baby, bye, 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 now, baby, bye, so long, I'm gone. I said bye. Once again, we get to see some nice guitar interplay by John and George on this cool little bluesy rocker. I suggest you download the charts and tabs at MikePachelli.com. Learn both parts, play along with my sound-alike, and you'll get it just like the Beatles. And I really appreciate your consideration in supporting my work that way. And if you haven't, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, because that moves me up in the YouTube queue. So have fun playing this great old song, and until next time, I'm Mike Pachelli. Thanks for hanging out with me.